Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
So here we go. It is a Thursday edition. It is the Young and Norvelle Show, and that means it is Neptune Beach. We are set up live. I'm set up live on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar right here in Neptune Beach. I'll tell you all about the best seafood in Neptune Beach, bar none. Obviously, they carry the Safe Harbor seafood here at Sliders full-service bar. The great happy hour crowd is already rolling in, both inside at the full-service bar and out here on the patio. A lot going on here at Sliders always, and this weekend will be no exception. Terry Norvelle here. We are joined, I believe, near or around Gainesville. Mr. Patrick Young is making his way to Gville, going back to say hi to some friends. Patrick, what's going on, buddy?
Say hi to some friends. I got a few speaking things here. Nice. One with our buddy Jeff Cardoza. Nice. So excited to see him. Yeah, it's a cool thing. It's the Head, Heart, and Heat, Triple H, just a symposium of educating athletes on preventing injuries and what to look for and things like that. So that'll be cool. I gotta get back here in time, in Jacksonville in time to make the sports gala though. The sports gala, Terry.
You got a lot going on, and that's Saturday is the big event, right?
Correct.
Yeah, the big Saturday event, Hall of Fame, yeah, that's going to be big. I'll be out for a couple of days. As you know, you'll be hosting the show tomorrow. I'm out with a minor, nothing serious, but a minor medical situation. But one of the things that bummed me out, I was going to go to that Saturday night Hall of Fame. I went last year with you, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever, man. They do a good job over there with that event, and it's inside the Iceman's practice facility. Big, nice space. Obviously, it's a huge. It's a huge hockey rink, all that space. It's a fun time. You're going to have a good time. And I can't wait for you to give me a report on how David Spade is. Maybe you'll get him off camera and see what kind of guy David Spade who will be part of that tomorrow, Saturday, right? Be a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's going to be great. Can't wait.
That'll be a lot of fun. All right, Pat, we got a lot of different topics to get to. We hope you can stay on as long as you can, but when you need to go, just let us know. I hate to start the show off with another high-profile death, but it was announced earlier, a couple hours ago. Hulk Hogan passed away, I think, at the age of 71. Patrick, 71. I don't know if we call that a sports death, an acting death, or probably an entertainment. Wouldn't you call him more of an entertainer, I guess, than sports or acting? I don't know what to call him.
Well, yeah, a figure. I mean, he was an impact, an influencer in a lot of things. You can call him a pioneer.
Yeah.
And a guy that was living the fullest still in his older age.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Hulk Hogan did, he lived more life than so many people in his. Yeah. So it is sad to see him go. I watched that Vince McMahon documentary on Netflix, and I highly recommend it. And just really cool seeing how things came together because of the relationship between Hulk and Vince McMahon, and how integral he was in creating what professional performance wrestling is now.
And Pat, you may follow professional, entertainment wrestling, we can call it. You may follow it a lot closer than I do. I don't follow it real close, but I would guess that Hulk Hogan would go down as the top 5-ish most influential entertainment wrestlers of all time. Would that be fair to say, do you think? Most influential. I mean, he was a big deal when it really got going, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He was a big deal.
Went mainstream. When it went mainstream. I
grew up. Yeah, absolutely. I would have probably been even bigger fan if my mom, my parents didn't let me watch a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, sure.
But I watched enough that I knew the suck it gesture. You know what I'm talking about, right? I remember, Terry, I mean, I get it now. Could you imagine being a teacher, Terry, in elementary school, and you got all these little boys jumping around,
They're
doing that gesture?
Oh,
oh man.
Goodness. But Patrick, I could see how your mother, knowing your mom, I could see how your mom would scream at little young Patrick watching something as mindless as wrestling.
Yes.
You know, kind of. I could see her going, "What are you doing? Go out and look at some birds, or get dirty, or don't."
Yeah,
don't watch.
She didn't didn't watch much of The Simpsons, maybe here or there.
Yeah.
But very, very as guarded as they should have been.
Yeah.
As parents.
I don't know this for a fact, and you may catch me up, but I think Hulk Hogan really got his first big national/international introduction as one of the villains in one of the Rocky movies. Wasn't he like I think his character was Thunderlips, like Rocky 2, Rocky 3, and he was the big, huge wrestling guy, and nobody could beat him or something.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
I think that's when he burst on, almost like Mr. T. Mr. T kind of was a bouncer, and they needed a rough, a good character for the Rocky and Mr. T. Yeah, they
I
had
love Mr. T. When you're choosing, it just sucks if you have to be stuck in the same persona. Like Mr. T, my man can't never change.
No, and
he's got to be the heavy jewelry, the mohawk, the big, you got to always talk the same way. I mean, what my man. I'm no expert in life, but I've completely changed or grown. I'm a different person than I was 5 years ago.
Sure.
We
all should be,
a little bit, right?
I guess that's major typecasting, right? I mean, the only way. Probably Hulk Hogan as well. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T. Really, the only way they could make a living was stay typecast, right? I mean,
they had to.
I couldn't.
But it's interesting. Juan Batista, he was the first, like, you would have thought when he goes into acting, and he's done Guardians of the Galaxy, like, he's a very large, he was a wrestler, and he was fearful of the same thing. But because, those guys, they paved the way, he was able to see, even as being this huge, enormous monster of a human being, he has not been only typecast as this big wrestler, enemy, bodyguard role, which has been it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that.
I think I've got this right too. And I guess this answers my question. Maybe we should call Hulk Hogan a sports athlete, because I think, like a lot of athletes, and we talked about it the other day with the WNBA, a lot of sports, a lot of athletes. I think Hulk Hogan, and you watched that documentary, I haven't. I think he got real sideways with Vince McMahon over money and fair share and all. I think
Vince, it's that Hulk was his guy, right? Hulk did not, and he actually he admits to being more so on Vince McMahon's side, more loyal to him than thinking about the fighters, their bodies. Like, if you didn't wrestle, you didn't get paid. Like, they had no health care, no pension, no, like just nothing to make it so these guys, if something tough happened, they know they can miss a week, they'll survive, they can heal up, and they'll still get paid. Like, that's how it works now. But back then it didn't. And, this is his loyalty ended up betraying himself as well, because Vince treated him the same way. Yeah. So, I don't get it. I don't get why Vince was so.
They all
so tight, man.
I would think they all should drop to their knees and pray to the wrestling gods the way it blew up in the 90s. I mean, it went from, I can remember as a kid getting drugged. Sometimes somebody from the neighborhood would load up 4 or 5 kids and take us to the old Coliseum. You're talking 70s. And wrestling, yes, it was on TV, but it was just basic wrestling, Dusty Rhodes and guys like that. And it was fun to watch. It's all we had. But, man, it came a long way, didn't it? I mean, those damn WrestleManias, the only reason they have like 90,000 at some of those WrestleMania events is they don't have anywhere else to put anybody.
I know, right?
They'd sell 150,000 tickets to some of those things. It's unbelievable.
I know. They absolutely would. I've never been, like, I've gone. I went to AEW. I know a guy that He works with the organization. He's on the road a lot. Oh my gosh, I don't envy his job. My man's probably got more. You know, he every they're every weekend. Every weekend are these wrestling events, but you know, there are people that, as you and I are so passionate about college football and college baseball and the pros, they are so passionate knowing that it's all just like, I don't get how they make the right scripts. It's all scripted. When I went at Terry, this is so impressive. The current champ that was at AEW, we got to go behind and we got to meet him. He tells us his story, his break, like he was the champ at this, and I mean, 18 years that he'd been doing this, and just how humble, blah, blah, blah. And you don't realize how good they are.
Yeah.
He goes and he starts talking to the guy he's about to wrestle with. And I watched them for 10 minutes. You know, they're talking through, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, this, I'm gonna throw you over there, we're gonna do this and that. Terry, I mean, that's all they did before the fight. They go back out there and we watch it, and it's exactly
choreographed
what they just did. Just like that. They like, that is when we worked on the fight right at that moment, and then they went and performed it exactly as they practiced. Amazing talent.
I want to stay on what you just brought up about the choreographed nature of wrestling. I remembered vividly, and again, I've never been a big wrestling fan, but you probably as well. It's probably 15, maybe 20 years ago now, where wrestling, all of the organization all came out and said, yes, it is staged. Everybody kind of knew that. But remember that it literally made mainstream news. The organization said it is staged, it's scripted. Well, to tell you how good they are at what they do, putting on a production, I mean, a lot of people said this is now going to be the death of entertainment wrestling, admitting that it's staged and they know the outcome. That will be the death of it. And you know what? They really didn't miss a beat. That speaks to those loyal fans of yours. Patrick, the correlation that hit me a moment ago thinking about this, imagine if every magic show, the audience was told how the trick is done before.
Right.
I think you would lose your luster, right? You're like, okay.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Well, they told you it was fake, and they're so good at putting on their storytelling, they really didn't miss it. If anything, they got way.
I'm curious about what it is. You know, is it the outfits? Because you know, it's they're you know, the good guy, bad guy. You're either heel. What's the good guy called?
Yeah, I know the heel's the bad one. I don't know what the good one is called. Terry Norvelle, I think the good guy's called that. Terry Norvelle.
Yeah, so the heel and Terry Norvelle, you know, you got to play into this role. Do you decide this is what you want to be? How do the fans respond to? You know, it's probably because the fan influence is so strong.
Yeah.
In terms of those guys are going out there, men and women, and they're seeing how the fans respond. Like, do I need to keep being the bad guy? Do I need to be this big, strong? Do they like this outfit? That could be a part of why it's so addicting.
And you know,
the appeal of being a fan of it.
Patrick, the actors, which are the wrestlers, they're so enthusiastic and they're going 100 miles an hour. I think that plays into it. Patrick, if there was a yard full of dogs, let's say there's a yard with a fenced-in dogs outside, and there are 10 kind of excitable dogs. Okay. If I run by the other side of the fence, if I run by that fence of dogs, I think they would really be hyperactive and barking and jumping. If I kind of slowly walked by, they might not get, you know, I think those wrestlers, it just hit me, those wrestlers are so energetic, and people get excited when they see other excited people, I think.
Well, dude, when you're absolutely, and dude, like that first experience I had, we were right in front of the barricades. Yeah. Like, you're getting sweated on, like they're throwing them into those things. That was crazy. Yeah. Yes, I would do it again. Absolutely.
What an industry. Well, I mean, you talk about a moneymaker. Those one or two big ones, God, They made a bunch. For people that just start tuning in, we're talking a little wrestling. Wasn't sure we were going to do that today, but Hulk Hogan, it was announced a couple hours ago. He passed away at the age of 71. Patrick, I didn't see a cause of death if one was already released, but I know he was in bad health. I don't know what exactly it was.
Well, remember the day we did the show at that bar by the stadium?
Uh-huh.
Around that time, Hulk Hogan, actually, I think that same night, it was that same night or the next one, that Hulk Hogan was in Jacksonville releasing his new beer.
Really?
His new beer. And signing autographs and all that stuff, too. I can't remember where he was doing it at, but, he was just in Jacksonville not too long ago.
You wonder, will the beer be marked up or marked down now, wherever they sell it at?
It's got to be marked up.
Will it be marked up or marked down? Hey, Pat, let's keep this segment a little bit longer. I've got a lot of Jaguar stuff I wanted to get to. I've got some news and notes from day 2 of training camp. It was day 2 today out there, and I found some stuff, some reports. And then, Pat, I spent a few minutes this morning. I think that season opening game, Jaguars hosting the Panthers, that is a monstrously big game for the Jaguars. And I think a lot of people are just kind of, okay, the Panthers, yes, they were terrible 2 years ago. They got better this past year. I've got some notes here. I think the Panthers fan base, I think there's a lot of similarities in how they feel about their team. But, Pat, let me go over some stuff that looks like happened out there today and jump in and comment on anything that you hear. I'm just going to go through some stuff I gleaned. Some of the highlights today, day 2. It says Ricky Travis Hunter played exclusively on offense again today. He logged 14 snaps across 7-7 and 11-on-11, caught 3 passes that were targeted to him, and then he spent time with the defensive coaches. I don't know if you heard, Patrick, Liam Cohen the other day said Travis Hunter is going to go offense only for a couple of days in camp, and then he's going to start splitting. He's going to start splitting camp practices. I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't, but okay, that's exciting. Good for him.
And the theory somebody told me was, maybe the offensive structure is a little harder to pick up terminology. There's more calls.
For sure, absolutely.
Word has it, Parker Washington today. Parker Washington, word has it, led the receiving corps. He caught 5 passes. He was targeted 6 times, including a real nice leaping catch across the middle. Brian Thomas and Tate Bigsby, supposedly, according to this report, they flashed during team drills. Bigsby delivering a powerful run to the outside wall. Thomas grabbed a bunch of passes in tight coverage. Devin Lloyd, supposedly, I don't think you're supposed to hit people, but Devin Lloyd supposedly kind of lowered the boom on a receiver that knocked him to the ground. I think most people agree. It looks like, according to the report today and who ran out on the field first on defense, looks like Eric Murray will be the starting safety alongside Darnell Savage. Wingard and Ransaw are kind of behind those guys. A couple more things. Word is today, backup quarterback Nick Mullins had a real up and down day, connected on a couple of touchdown throws, but also threw 2 interceptions. So he had some good and some bad. Cam Little is Cam Little, that he was crushing the ball, they said today, this report. Nailed a 60-yarder. He may be the best player, Cam Little. Cam Little and the punter and the place kicker may be their best.
Dude, hey, man, kickers win games. That's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to see if there's anything else that we wanted to get. Just some little news and notes from the Jaguars practice today. Day number 2, training camp. Again, Travis Hunter supposedly looks smooth as you can look out there. Cam Little, we told you about. That's about it. But it looks like they, no injuries. That's the main thing. There was a scare with the Jets earlier today. They carted off Justin Fields, and
I know, right?
I started hearing on the internet knee and ACL. Come to find out, it might be just a toe injury. So you'll take a toe injury.
Toe injury ain't no joke either.
No, I don't. Pat, can you hang around another segment, or do you need to get going?
Yeah, I can hang around. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Pat, I've got some numbers. I don't think this Panther team is as bad as some people think. And, they think they've improved their football team. Now, obviously, that's the opener. We're going to take a look at the tail of the tape. Jaguars, Panthers, and I think that is a very, very important game for the Jaguars to win right out of the gate.
Oh, yeah.
That topic and a whole lot more will come back. It's a Thursday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show right here on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, there we have it. That overhead shot of downtown Jacksonville is pretty standard this time of year. Cloudy, looks hot, is hot, might rain, probably going to rain. I wish it would rain. There you have it. Welcome back. It is a Thursday edition of the Young and Norvelle Show. Patrick Young joining us on the road as he's making his way to Gainesville for a speaking.
I'm here.
Engagement. Yeah, I was just telling people you're on the road, but with us via technology, still with us as you're in Gainesville or getting close to Gainesville for a speaking engagement. Hey, I wanted to stay with the Jaguars for a moment, and I've got some news and notes. I want to throw some stuff out to you and get your comment. I'll give you mine. Casey can jump in as well. Couple of things. Obviously, the Jaguars last year, bad season. 4-13, cleaned house. There's excitement, though, at least. There's a new coaching staff. Right. They weeded out some players. They brought in some new, fresh players. We don't know if that's going to be good, bad, or indifferent. But there's feel good around the Jaguars. They're coming off 4-13. The Panthers 2 years ago were as bad a football team as I've ever seen. Last year, the Panthers, it's only one game, but the Panthers were 5-12. I know it's only one game, but, I mean, they were one game better than the Jaguars. The Panthers are on a coaching staff. Last year was their first year, so they got the Panthers feel like, and this is kind of the feeling around the Panther world, they feel like last year was their new staff cleaning house, and they did. They feel like they started making some strides. They think that Bryce Young
he made some really good games around the end of the season.
Yeah, and you know, I know. Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate it. And you know, Jaguar fan is kind of saying, okay, you know, Trevor Lawrence is his talent's there. Well, don't look now, but Bryce Young played pretty good toward the end of the year for the Panthers.
Yeah, he sure did.
There's excitement around Bryce Young. He was for the season, he was 234 completions, 384 attempts. He completed 61%. Probably needs the NFL needs to get that a little higher. He didn't have a great ratio. His team wasn't very good. 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Here's a couple things that surprised me. One major thing, I didn't realize the Panthers have a really big-time workhorse running back, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, Chuba Hubbard, however you pronounce it. I remember him out of Oklahoma State. How about this season for a bad football team? Chuba Hubbard, 250 carries last year. He had right at 1,200 yards, 1,195 yards. That's 4.8 a carry, 10 touchdowns. He also caught 43 passes for another 250 yards. They love this guy. I mean, he is a bell cow, a workhorse. They
right.
And don't forget who they drafted. You know, Jacksonville is all excited because of receiver DB Travis Hunter. They drafted with their first pick, the Panthers, T. McMillan, the guy the Jaguars seriously looked at, the big guy from Arizona.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
6'5". They are as excited about him. They think this guy is the next coming of Mike Evans. Big 6'5".
Oh, wow.
Guy. Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah. Yeah. They so they took him first. As excited as the Jaguars are about their receivers, obviously McMillan's got to do it on the field, but they think they're sitting on a superstar. And he got a lot of good accolades. You know, seriously, the Jaguars, that name started popping up with the Jaguars really close to the draft. There was talk they were looking at him seriously. I don't know, just you know, I think it was easy 4 months ago to look at the schedule when it came out or whenever and go, oh, Jaguars are going to win the first game. It's at home. It's against terrible Carolina.
Who's our running back from Boise State? He was pretty big on Genty. Remember that report that we were potentially gonna grab him?
Yeah, definitely. So after the Panthers drafted what they think is their superstar receiver, they went out. They had a terrible defense. Well, the Jaguars had a terrible defense, right? There's a lot of similarities here. Jaguars they were terrible on defense. Were the Panthers? Their second and third picks, they went rush ends. They went the kid out of Texas A&M, Scroton, who was really nice and a good player. And then they went Princely, the old Gator who went to Ole Miss.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The old Gator.
Their fourth pick was a scat back running back, not like Hubbard. Hubbard's more of a sledgehammer. Their fourth pick was former Gator, former Bulldog, Trevor Etienne.
There you go.
How about that? Yeah, so it's interesting. There's a lot of similarities. Now, McMillan, the receiver they like so much, the Panthers, 6'4", 6'5", they think he's going to be a star. He joins the receiver. Their number one receiver is Xavier Leggett. He had 84 catches last year.
I love him, man. Gosh, I love that guy. He talks so funny, but it's
former South Carolina guy.
Yeah.
Their tight end Thielen caught 62, and I told you, Hubbard caught 43 out of the backfield. They think they're going to be much improved. That first game, the Jaguars really need. I don't think that's just a layup. Man. You got to go win that game, you know?
Yeah, they're young, they're healthy. They got guys that aren't, I don't think Hubbard or Leggett, I don't think they're in their prime yet. Obviously, T. McMillan's not in his prime yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously they're elite. Those guys are still elite athletes, but I don't think they've reached their pinnacle quite yet.
Yeah, I'm with you. Now,
Which is scary to think of.
As we all know, I'm not a big gambling guy, nor are you. But there are most of the lines about this game have the Jaguars minus 2.5, and they're the home team, and they're the home team. So is that a push? If it was a neutral field, would it be pick 'em? I don't know, man, but I'll tell you, the Jaguars need to win that first game, and I don't think it's the layup. I think a lot of people looked at that and said, "Oh, they're going to beat the Panthers." Remember, the Panthers started; they were terrible 2 years ago. That was the worst football team I've seen since the
that was pretty bad.
Jaguars. They were bad 2 years ago.
They
opened
quit.
up.
Those guys quit.
Yeah, they really did.
That was hard
they
to
opened
see.
up the Panthers. They opened up 1-7. So their first 8 games, but they ended up winning 5 games. I know that's not gangbusters. They didn't beat great teams, but the point I'm trying to make here is Panther fan base. I think they feel like they're coming along like Jaguar fan base. There's a lot of optimism in Carolina right now. A lot of optimism. And that first game. Whew.
That would be an outlier of a team, right? I know they're not national media probably isn't necessarily believing that they could be a playoff team, but shoot, with the tool, if Bryce makes obviously this rookie year was awful. He's held on to it, but the fact that he's shown flashes and he seemed like a very smart kid. Yeah, he's small.
I agree.
Line's got to protect him. Protect this. You just every time he got tackled, I just thought that was going to be it because he's so small. He's barely 200 pounds.
I mean, he is small. And I know they both went to Alabama, but man, when you look at him, you think a right-handed Tua. Because I feel the same way when I watch Tua play. I like watching him play, but every time he gets touched, I go, "Oh my God, did he get broken in half?"
I know, right? Golly.
Tua and Bryce Young look about 5'8" to me. If they stood next, I think I would look them eye to eye. I swear to God. Am I crazy about that, Pat? I think they're tiny little guys.
Yes, you're crazy. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, I thought when I met Dylan Gabriel, I was like, man, that's not a big guy either.
Yeah, you surprised me with that. He looks
he's
tall.
6 feet tall.
He looks 6'3", 6'4" if he looks an inch, right?
That dude is so chill. I hope he gets a fair shot. Hope he gets a fair shot.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be that first game is going to be interesting. That might be one of the better just raw matchups of week 1. Matchup versus matchup. That might be a pretty good football game. When the Jaguars host the Panthers. Pat, let me tell people while we still have you, we got a couple more about 2 weeks left of the Jacksonville Basketball Academy summer basketball camps. This thing I think has gone off tremendously well. I don't know if you talked to Coach Martin. I know he's busy recently, but I'm sure they have had a lot of people come through there, learn fundamentals, learn how to play the game of basketball, and be ready for the next season. If you've got a grade schooler, if you've got a middle schooler, if you've got a high schooler that loves the game of basketball or wants to be exposed to the game of basketball, no matter where their level is at right now of basketball talent, there's a camp for those young people, boys and girls. They can really, really improve, obviously, their basketball skills, but then the thinking part of the game, understanding the game, how to be a good teammate. There's a lot that goes into being a good basketball player and a good teammate. They will learn all the techniques that they need to further their basketball at the Jacksonville Basketball Academy. A couple more weeks left. Google them, look them up, and find all the information. The website is wonderful. Go to Google and look up Jacksonville Basketball Academy. There you have it. Pat, I'm not sure if you got out of range. You still there, buddy? Yeah, we might have lost Pat there. I thought I heard it drop. I hate to go back, and let me welcome Casey Kurtz. Casey, I know you're tired of hearing us talk about death on the show, and that's probably not the best lead, but this is not a death, but this is a get well soon to a sports mascot. Man, I was sad to hear. Everybody knows my love for dogs. I'm a big dog person. Hopefully everybody's a big dog person. Scouring the internet this morning, kind of throwing the show together and looking around, and this is not death, but man, it hurt me. But the reports are it's turning out well. The Texas A&M dog mascot Reveille. Reveille is a collie, a beautiful collie, and much like the Georgia mascot, they've gone through several. I think this is Reveille 10, but Reveille, you see the beautiful collie when you watch Texas A&M football. This current one is they call Miss Reveille, a female, and she had some issues with one of her eyes, and they had to remove one of her eyes. And she's still alive and all, but yeah, and supposedly came through it wonderful, some type of glaucoma, and man, it hurt me. But yeah, as I kept reading, fully alive, still doing well, came through fine, and supposedly Miss Reveille for Texas A&M, the beautiful collie, is ready to go and handle all of her chores, all the things she does as the official mascot. She'll go to pep rallies and frat houses and sorority houses and games and all that. So good news. Get well soon, Miss Rev, the mascot for Texas A&M. Pat, did you hear that?
No. Oh, the dog, that the border collie?
Yeah. Lost her eye, but supposedly they got it in time, and she's going to do fine, and she's not going to miss a beat. Isn't that great?
Yes, it is great. Man, I didn't tell you, Terry. On Sunday, my mom's cat just died out of nowhere.
Good grief, more death. No, I'm sorry to hear that.
Literally, she literally just was with the cat's an indoor cat.
Yeah.
She's pretty and a one-person cat. So she's my mom. Like I've never pet the cat. The cat runs away from me every time. And she fed her. She was fine. My mom goes up front, just watch some TV or whatever. She comes back in her room and the cat's just lifeless. It's so
laid out.
Laid out. Yeah. We think she must have had like a pulmonary embolism because it was like this clear fluid that was around. So something maybe just in her lungs that we have no control over. And yeah, it's tough. You got to grieve that. It's tough. Man, animals are family members. That's what I believe.
They are. Do you have roughly how old the cat was? Roughly?
The cat was maybe going to turn 3 years old. Like my mom.
Oh, that's way too young.
In her mind, this was going to be her one and only cat.
Yeah.
In her life, like she'd die, and this if she died, the cat, she expected the cat to die 20 years from now.
Wow. That's way too young, Pat. Way too young.
Way
Sorry.
too young. Hey, man.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough.
I heard someone said this yesterday. Grief is just love that doesn't have a place to go.
Yes. Sounds right. Definitely. Sounds like the popo's after you, Pat. What'd you do, Pat?
I'm parked.
Okay. Are you parked legally?
Have you ever been to the Top in Gainesville?
No. Tell me about it. What is it?
Oh, it's an awesome restaurant right on Main Street. If you're on University, take a ride on Main. They only open up at 5 p.m. every day.
Nice.
On the weekend they have better hours, but on Monday through Friday you got to wait. And they're not open Monday, I don't think. But I mean, as soon as I have dinner here, and then I go to the event, I guarantee you there'll be about 15 people standing outside the door before they open it.
Really? Huh.
Yep.
That's a good sign. It means it's a good restaurant.
Yeah, if you can stay in business, being open only like 3 or 4 hours a day in this economy, you must be doing pretty well.
I know a lot of people in the restaurant business have always told me they marvel. Some of them have these, and some of them would like to have these. They say, "Man, I'd like to have a breakfast lunch place and be 2:00, be shutting the doors."
Right, I know, right?
I love breakfast. I just don't like to cook it. Just don't like.
You don't.
No, just don't. Too much cleanup. Breakfast can be a messy meal,
Well, what is your breakfast idea?
I don't do breakfast.
What do you?
I don't do breakfast, but I like breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. Most of the time, I don't eat all day. As a matter of fact, Pat, I'm having like you said, you're hosting the show tomorrow. I'll be off tomorrow, and I've got a minor
you can't
medical.
Eat tonight.
Yeah, I got a minor thing going on tomorrow, so Patrick's going to host the show. I'll be out until Monday, and it's funny, Pat. Normally, I go all day and I don't eat until I get home at 6:30, 7 o'clock. That's just the way I've always done it. And it's funny today because of the procedure tomorrow. Obviously, I'm on clear fluid, and you know how you can't eat anything really. You can do clear fluids and a little Jello. So I can't eat today. Well, normally I don't eat until 7 o'clock, 6:45 anyway. But I'm starving all day today, and I think because I know in the back of my mind I can't eat. I think it's psychological.
You can't eat right now.
No,
it's not a midnight thing. Like you can't eat.
Well, I can eat all day today, but it has to be Jello or popsicles.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. That's so fun. I started getting hungry as hell this morning, and I normally don't eat in the morning. I think it's because it's because I know I can't. Yeah. I think it's because I know I can't eat, and I'm.
That makes sense.
And I'm starving right now, so I got to make it to tomorrow. The procedure's at noon, I think, and then I'm going to.
Oh man, not even first thing in the morning.
No, I got to be there at 9, but it's at noon, I think. And it's minor. I don't want anybody to worry or anything. It's minor. I don't know. Some people say, is there any such thing as minor surgery? I don't know.
I mean, I think anytime there's a risk. Every surgery has a risk, especially if you go under anesthesia. But you know, they do a really good job. They have a great system with how they manage all that.
Yeah, I've never had surgery. I've never had any type of surgery. So I have been impressed the way the doctor's office and then the surgical how they've walked me through this and called me and asked me, let me, got to do everything, it's all new to me. So, there you go. You ready for tomorrow? You going to host tomorrow? Have a good show?
Yeah, I'm ready. Either I'm going to do it at the hotel, or if our buddy Freddie Weeby, if he allows me to use Spurs, if they got nothing going on, I will happily do the show from there. And then, obviously grab some food at one of the best restaurants in Gainesville.
Yeah, Freddie should, just reach out. He should let you head over there if you want to and just kick back and do the show. Heck, you could probably get some guests on, from over there.
You're right.
And they got gear and everything over there. They do a ton of shows from there. I envy you hooking up with Jeff Cardozo. I'd love to sit around and just talk baseball with that guy, man.
I know, right?
Really good baseball broadcaster.
He's watched a lot of baseball, hasn't he?
He has
in his life.
Yeah, and he likes it.
Lot of UF ball.
Yeah, he really has. Here they come back again. Patrick.
They're coming for you now. They need me. They need to get emergency. You got to call Terry to.
Not me, Pat. Let me give you a little background. Let me give you a backstory of this guy right here. Clean cut, sweet boy, never arrested, no problems with the law. No. I'm one of the good guys, Patrick. Patrick, one of the good guys.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, let's take it to the break, Pat. If you need to get going, I totally understand. I know you got stuff going on in Gainesville. Stick around if you can. We've got Major League Baseball talk to get to. We've got this state in sports history to get to. We've got Pat. Did I tell you I invented a sport?
You didn't tell us what it was, but you kept telling us because you were talking about copyright or something like that.
Here's where I'm at. I know Casey is sitting on the edge of his seat too. And I talked to Mike Freed, our out of bounds guy, who's an attorney. I don't know.
He would know.
He can't figure out how I can protect it. I don't want to let it out. The reason I bring it back up today is this morning I see that there has been a new sport and it's supposedly got 200,000 participants. I don't know how the new sport that's out is called walking soccer. And I'm thinking my idea is way better than walking soccer, but I don't know. And I talked to Mike, text Mike about an hour ago. I said, Mike, I feel like I need to get my sport out there, but am I protected? He goes, I don't think you're protected right now. I'm dying to blab about my sport.
Yeah, you might want to keep that one locked and shut tight. But walking soccer sounds kind of. I want to look at that. Is it like speed walking? Is that the top speed? Like obviously you can't run. That's why they put the adjective walking in there.
Yeah, I think it sounds stupid, but my sport's way better.
It makes it so people like you could go and play.
I don't know. It sounds stupid. Sounds
You don't even like soccer.
Soccer.
That's the primary reason. You just don't like soccer.
My brand new sport is very soccer centric. I'll tell you that. It's soccer centric, and it's trying to. Obviously, soccer needs help. The boring sport of soccer needs help. I'm trying. And Pat, you know this about me. I'm a helper. You've known that. I'm a helper. I try and help people. I get more satisfaction helping people than helping myself. You know that about me.
Good, absolutely.
You know that about me, right?
1,000%.
As you should. All right, Pat. Let's take a break. Stick around if you can. If not, we understand. And I appreciate you working tomorrow. And then,
that'll be fun.
Your event on Saturday sounds fun. I'll be convalescing, so I can't go to that dadgum thing, but I wanted to. That's going to be a lot of fun, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can't
wait, man. I actually wrote out this whole speech pretty much. I wrote the first time. I never do that, so I really wanted this, to take advantage of this moment. And
now you're going to glance at your notes. You're not going to just sit there and head down reading. You're going to glance right up and down.
No, I'm probably just going to have it memorized, close to memorized, and then I'll just probably have a paper, something, so I can just look at it real quick to make sure I stay on track.
Yeah, there you go. Now, I got to ask you this, Pat. This event you're going to and helping to host on Saturday, Jacksonville Sports Hall of Fame inducted.
Florida Sports Hall of Fame.
Florida Sports Hall of Fame. That's right. Florida Sports Hall of Fame. It's at the Icemen's practice facility over there on
the
Emerson.
Igloo. Yep.
The Igloo.
Yep.
It's a really swank event. Patrick, I need to know so I can help you out if you're going to mess up. Have you picked out your outfit, your clothing? It's kind of a swanky event, Patrick. I need to know what you're going to wear.
Yeah, and they actually put in the email that preference is business, classy, suit, tie, nice dress. Yeah. So I got my black kind of velvet jacket. I might go a bow tie. I think a black bow tie with a white shirt, and then I got some red pants. Just to kind of give it a little bit of. That's what I'm thinking about.
Are you kind of a red, white, and blue theme kind of working or no?
No, it's just going to be red and black.
Okay. Oh, red and black. I thought you said blue. Okay, so you're and your sport coat is velvet, like you said.
It's a velvet. Yeah. Yep. It's the same material as the green jacket I wore.
And you're going bow tie
on ESPN last year. Yeah, probably more than likely.
White shirt.
White shirt.
White shirt. What color is the bow tie? Did you say?
Black. Probably is black.
All right. I don't know. I may get that. You may want to pop something off that bow. Boom.
You're right. It might look better with a little mixture of colors. Yeah, you're right.
Now, what about a pocket square? Do you have are you going to wear a little pocket square to pop some color?
I got plenty of pocket squares. Of pocket squares. Absolutely.
Nice. Now,
plenty of them.
I want you to know this, and people go against this. This is not a hard, fast rule, but a lot of people, when it comes to for a guy, the pocket square, a lot of people match those two, but a lot of people say that's wrong to do. That's a rookie mistake. You shouldn't match the two. That's have you ever heard that?
No, I don't know. Pat Bradley, he just does his thing with his
here's
whole
kind of
square. And he looks good.
The theory is, if your pocket square and your tie are matching print, matching cut, whatever, they match, you kind of went and just bought that off the TJ Maxx. You bought it together it was all bundled up together, right? You bought a bundle.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, that's not what a classy guy that knows how to put himself together does, Patrick. Okay, I'm just trying to help that. Have you heard I'm helping?
That's a social construct that has been accepted and forced the people to think that their stuff and what they have isn't enough. That's bull crap. Just to make people spend more money and feel like they're less than if they don't have this or that. Absolutely not. Bull crap. We'll never be on the side of that.
Go to TJ Maxx, the Garanimal section, and get you a matching Garanimal pocket square and a tie, and you go rock that, man.
I won't lie though. There was this commercial. It's a new men's fashion kind of culture commercial here somewhere in Jacksonville, and they're showing pictures of this stuff, and I'm like, Oh my gosh, who would wear that?
Yeah, boy. All you got to do.
Way too many colors, way too loud. Just
all you have to do to see what you just described. Just watch any year the NBA draft. Some of the gaudy outfits that are worn at the NBA draft. Oh, they think bright and loud is best. I'm like, oh, some of it's bad, Patrick. Bad clothing. Don't be that guy, Pat.
Were you a fan of Craig Sager? I was a fan of Craig Sager, but obviously his suits look crazy.
Yeah, I didn't love his crazy suits, but that was his signature. I get it. That was his signature. But no, I didn't love his. I didn't love his the wild, bright pastel, whatever he had.
Wild, bright. Yeah, Kevin Garnett got on him real bad one time. That was awesome.
Did he?
Yeah,
now, Pat,
that was awesome.
When you become a big TV star, not that you're not, but you'll have custom suits and you'll have the lining. We'll have cool stuff inside the lining, and you get to show that off.
Maybe.
You'll have like your foundation inside the lining and stuff. Patrick.
The only way that'll happen is if this guy gets married again or has a girlfriend, and she says that's what she wants me to do. But other than that, I'm keeping it simple, my guy.
I got you.
It doesn't make sense to buy a suit just because you feel like that, not because there's anything, actually wrong with it. Oh, I just had it for so long, but does it still fit great? Yeah.
That's my problem. I haven't had to wear just life where it's taken me the last several years. I haven't had to wear a suit in a while, and I've got I probably have 7 or 8 suits. I used to have a bunch when I did like you probably do now with TV. I used to have a bunch, and I had a couple of clothing deals. I'd go by and pick up a suit every week. But I haven't had to wear a suit in quite a while, and the concern is I don't know if any of them are going to fit anymore.
I know, right? Wow.
The same with your dress shirt. I get dress shirts that are fitted and all, but gosh, I got 7 or 8 dress shirts in my closet that were fitted for Terry 12 years ago.
Yeah, good point.
And the neck may be a little fatter, and the belly may be, you know what I'm talking about. It happens,
man. Life, man. It happens. It happens, man.
It does.
Yeah. I've seen you in a suit. You look good in a suit, my guy. Haven't seen.
Yeah.
I've seen when we did the first that Florida Sports Hall of Fame at the Florida Theater.
Yeah.
You had that nice velvet jacket or whatever it was. It was real nice.
To be fair, that was I might have had some nice jeans and a jacket on top, but to be fair, those are like I've got several sport coats, 4, 5 or 6 that have been purchased, in the last couple of years to wear like in fall, winter, stuff like that. So they fit a little better than my true suit sport coats. And
got you.
Those go back.
I got you.
Old Terry 12 years ago and before might not have had the spare tire I got now.
Got you. I got you.
Well, it sounds like you look pretty sharp. Again, I want you to make sure try to hang around David Spade a little bit when he's not being David Spade. See what kind of guy he is. I wonder if he's a.
I know. I definitely want to try. I was gonna listen to on my drive back to Jacksonville. He's on this really hilarious podcast called Smartless with Will Arnett, Jason Bateman. I always forget the other guy's name, and he's on there. And I want to just maybe I can, if I interact with him, bring something up from that show when I talk to him.
You wonder if he will have, and again, death is death, but you wonder, he's a comedian, will he have some Ozzy, Hulk Hogan, Jamal Warner, the guy from Cosby, we've had a lot of, we've got a lot of death this week. The last 10 days.
Man. Yeah. And the guy from Cosby, Oswald, man, he was just drowning, man.
Yeah.
He just got caught in a bad part of the water. And
yeah. That's tough. That is tough. But yeah, that's 3 of them. All right, Pat, let's take a break. If you need to get going on to understand.
Yes, sir.
Where is your speaking engagement? Is that a
Champions Club?
Where?
Champions Club.
Okay, so you're over in the stadium.
Yep, over in the stadium. Yeah, right around the corner from the top.
All right, brother, let's take a quick break here. A lot to get to. Major League Baseball is off and running. I got some news on our favorite football league, the UFL. We've got some sports history, a lot of stuff to get to as we're starting to kick off hour number 2.
Could you imagine those guys wearing "Pay Me What You Owe Me" shirts? No way.
Ha. What you owe me. Ay, ay, ay. All right, that and a whole lot more. Closing down hour one, about to kick off hour number two on a Thursday. We're live on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School. Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker's Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are murder rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is home. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
1 hour down, 1 to go on a Thursday. Terry Norvelle coming to you now from, obviously, if it's Thursday, that means the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar here in Neptune Beach. They feature the Safe Harbor Seafood, which is right down the street. It comes right out of the ocean, right to your plate, basically, after it's prepared to your liking at Sliders Oyster Bar. Some of the wonderful entrees, just a sampling of what you can get here. Shrimp and grits, crab cakes, seared salmon, shrimp scampi linguine. Ooh. Sliders Cajun Alfredo linguine, on and on and on. Of course, the full-service oyster bar. Johnny Pop is in there shucking it for everybody that orders and they've got all the oysters you can imagine, oysters, Rockefeller oysters, Casino, on and on and on. Godzilla oysters, great menu, fried fish baskets, shrimp, scallops, fried oysters, clam strips, on and on and on. It never stops. Prepared to your specifications here at Sliders Oyster Bar, the best seafood in Neptune Beach in the area. I guarantee you that will be found at Sliders. Think Patrick is gone now. Pat has been with us the first hour. He's got a speaking engagement in Gainesville coming up shortly, so Pat will be back on the show tomorrow. Let me get this out again. Tomorrow, Pat will host the show. He'll have 3 or 4 guests. Brent Beard probably will check in as normal. Casey Kurtz will help out as well. But Patrick will have a couple of guests, I'm sure. He will host tomorrow. I'll be out tomorrow. Should be back on Monday. Got a little small medical procedure that has been scheduled, minor, for tomorrow. So I'll take tomorrow off, kind of recoup over the weekend, and I'll be back. Should be ready to go. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go on Monday. But Patrick Young will host things tomorrow. I wanted to get a couple of topics here and not Casey Kurtz, have I welcomed you today? Have I said hi? Have I been rude? Case, how you doing back there in
What's
World
up?
Headquarters? Have I been rude? Have I welcomed you today?
I don't know.
Not that we want to make the drive-by romantic or anything, okay? We understand drive-by shootings aren't good, okay? Not good. Pretty much across the board. But I'm going to tie a couple things here together. Stay with me. Did you hear this morning news came out of the Jets camp that Justin Fields might have suffered a serious leg injury, carted off the field. Yes, he was injured, but it went from maybe being a knee, dislocated toe. Number one, that sounds awfully painful, doesn't it, Casey? But I think you can live with that, right? That's a lot better than a blown-out knee.
Yep, probably doesn't need the cart.
God, the dislocated toe sounds just incredibly painful. But so I got that news out, and, of course, we remember Justin Fields, former Georgia Bulldog football player. With that said, that parlays us into some bad Georgia news. Yesterday, one of their highly recruited players committed. I got to get his name. I've lost it. But Georgia, a very highly recruited player, I believe he's out of Texas, arrested recently over the last 24 hours or so, 48 hours. He was arrested as being part of a drive-by. Now, Casey, unfortunately, Georgia's had a lot of speed issues, speeding cars and high rates of speed. They've had some tragedy. I wanted to say, I'm assuming this guy was also, he was involved in he's accused of being involved in a drive-by. Casey, I wanted to add into that, I'm assuming he was also in a car going at a high rate of speed, but I don't know that, Casey. What do you think? What's the protocol? We don't want drive-bys, Casey, but what's the protocol? If you are doing a drive-by, do you go really fast during the drive-by as to not be identified and caught? Or, Casey, do you go slow? Is it a slow drive-by for accuracy? I don't know. Thoughts, Casey?
I mean, I've never planned a murder, so I've never thought about it.
Yeah, but I immediately thought, gosh, that's terrible. It's a drive-by, and I'm assuming it's also a speeding issue. But I go, I don't know. Maybe you go slower for accuracy. I don't know. Shouldn't do any of it. It's terrible, 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 terrible. But Justin Fields, gosh, the Jets. How bad are the Jets? Oh, I mean, does anything ever happen good around the Jets organization, Casey? Anything?
It's been a while.
God. Woo! It has definitely been a while. Okay, we got some Major League Baseball I want to get to, and some of this state and sports history. Before we get to all that, I've picked at the UFL, this terrible, terrible sports league that just won't go away. All they want to do is burn money, burn money, burn money. Rock is involved, and it was a disaster this past season. They've basically announced, the UFL, they're going to come back another year. They're right. It's their money. Do what you want. But it appears, Casey, that the league, according to this most recent move or moves, the league, the UFL, they must think it's a location thing. And, you've always heard that location, location, location. I don't Casey, I don't think it's a location, but here's what the UFL has announced. They said they are getting rid of 4 of their locations: Birmingham, Houston, Memphis, and Michigan. They identified it as Michigan. I think they play in Detroit. So Birmingham, Houston, Memphis, and Michigan. This new UFL, as they're going to try and do it again, they're out, Casey. They're going to bring in franchises to play in Boise, Columbus, Orlando, and Kentucky. Casey, I want your overall thoughts, but my main thought is, do they really think it's a location issue? It's just a bad league, bad idea, Casey.
I mean, I see what they're trying to do in terms of the location spots.
Thoughts,
But
though?
I don't love it.
No. And so they're trying, and I guess that's how they tell some of their backers, their financial people, no, listen, we're close. If we find the right cities. But, I mean, if it's not going to work in Birmingham, Houston, Memphis, or Michigan somewhere, Boise, small college city, right? About all there is the college, probably. Columbus, big university, but will they care about UFL? Orlando, my God, everything goes to Orlando, don't they? Orlando will try anything, won't they?
I mean, they want football real bad, so.
Yeah, I guess. But will this help show them off, or will this help embarrass them? I don't know. And then somewhere in Kentucky, I don't know where the hell they're going to put. I don't know where the hell they're going to put that at. I don't know. They don't ask my opinion. I just give you my opinion. So there you have it. All right, let's talk some. Casey, you ready to get smart? Ready to learn?
Sure.
Got some good ones today. This date's sports history. And I'm being a little smart alecky here as we lead off. 1931. I don't even have the guy's name because it's irrelevant. But in 1931, a guy set the world record, and I think it got Guinness Book of World Record for the 2-mile run. Casey, did you ever know the 2-mile run's a thing? I mean, the mile run's a thing. A marathon's a thing.
Never heard of it. Well, I mean, I've never heard it mentioned as a thing until right now.
Yes. So this guy, didn't write his name down. I didn't want to give him credit. I mean, Casey, here's my thought process. Could I call just to get a world record, and it could be broken in a day, but if you get a world record and it gets recognized, you had a world record, right? Are you telling me, Casey, I could contact the Guinness Book of World Record people, which you can do. You can contact and say, hey, I did the 78-yard dash. I've got it documented. People witnessed it. Here's the time. I want to be recognized as the world record holder of the 78-yard dash. Casey, what the hell?
I mean, in theory, there is a world record for everything.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, all right, Casey. 1958, this date sports history. And, boy, I hope our Boston native fans and Boston fans aren't necessarily watching and listening. But, God, you got to comment on this, Casey. What does this speak to a Boston fan? This date, 1958, the great Ted Williams. I mean, you can't get any more Boston Red Sox than Ted Williams. The great player, Ted Williams, on this date in 58, was fined $250 for, ready for this, Casey? For spitting on fans. But Casey, the kicker, he was fined for spitting on Boston fans.
Interesting.
How bad are your own fans if you spat on them?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm guessing accident, but who knows?
I don't know if you dare fine Ted Williams, you must have some pretty empirical evidence, don't you? I can only hope they were playing the Phillies and maybe he was aiming at a Philly fan. But no, his own fans. That is spooky, man. You're doing something wrong when, I mean, there's no bigger Red Sox ever. I mean, it's Ted Williams, for God's sakes.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
$250 fine for spitting on. It said, I read it 1,000,000 times. Boston fans. Boston fans. This date sports history, 1968. Hoyt Wilhelm. Wilhelm pitched in his 907th game. That broke the previous record held by Cy Young. If you break any record held by Cy Young, you've done something. 907 games for Wilhelm. Now, he had one kind of helping trait. In case I don't know if you know the trait that helped, you could see how a guy like Hoyt Wilhelm could have hit 907 games pitch. Do you know what that trait might be? Any guess?
He sounds old as heck.
Yeah, knuckleball guy. Knuckleball. You can just kind of push. You push the knuckleball more than you throw it. So obviously, nowhere near arm strain, shoulder strain, elbow strain, but knuckleball guy. Knuckleball guy.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
This date, sports history, 1978. Oh, Billy Martin. Oh, the hothead that was Billy Martin. Oh, former Yankee player, multiple-time Yankee manager. Billy Martin, one of about 3 times he was fired this date in 78. What pushed Billy Martin or George Steinbrenner to fire Martin again? On this date, 1978, Billy Martin fed up. He was currently the manager, talking to sports reporters and talking about his owner that he was currently employed by, George Steinbrenner, and his best player, a guy named Reggie Jackson. Billy Martin went on to, and this is a famous quote, he said about those two, one is a liar and the other is a convicted liar.
Well, that's usually not going to keep your job for long.
Wouldn't that fall under things you can say to get fired, probably?
You're probably top of the list. It might start the list.
Aimed at your owner and your best player, and he said it, he wasn't fired yet. That was the final straw. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. All right, Casey, you've probably seen the highlights of this. I was watching the game. This date, sports history, 1983, the famous Pine Tar game. Have you seen that highlight?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, George Brett comes up to the plate in Yankee Stadium. And a couple of ironic things. Brett hits a home run. It gets nullified. He hit it. George Brett, who was one of the great hitters, just a wonderful hitter. What beautiful left-handed swing. George Brett. He hit it off Goose Gossage, one of the better relievers of the 70s. Really hard-throwing, big guy. And for whatever reason, George Brett always hit Goose Gossage great. He steps up to the plate, hits a mammoth home run off Gossage. Rounds, and you saw it, Casey. He rounds the bases, goes in the dugout, hit a home run. All of a sudden, Yankees come out. Might have been Billy Martin. Comes out, talks to the umpire. All the crew comes together. They're holding the bat. They're looking at the bat. And home plate played a role in this, Casey. Home plate. Because home plate is 17 inches wide.
Mm-hmm,
so
right.
Basically, you've got a ruler on the field, and I think the rule book says there can be no foreign substance on a bat, such as pine tar, above 16 inches from the handle, right? So there was all this pine, and this had never been enforced. So the umpires, after the Yankee management comes out, they take the bat and say, wait a minute, if the plate's 17, and they just put it, and you could tell they use it as a ruler. And they called Brett out using an illegal bat.
Got to get him.
And he didn't take that too kindly, did he, Casey?
He was not thrilled with the turn of events.
I think I read today, researching this too. I think, and I don't know how they overturned it because obviously the game ended, but I don't know if they overturned it for records, but somewhere I read that was overturned. And again, maybe it got overturned posthumously, if that's the right word, to give Brett one more home run. I don't know, but I think something. Yeah, I may try to dig into that during the break and look that up. But yeah, that was a crazy moment in baseball, the famous pine tar game. And the other cool thing I thought, back when it happened, the Royals were really good, and they never could get by the Yankees in postseason. They would play just knockdown, drag out, great AL series with these guys, trying to get to work, and they could never get them. I thought the other ironic thing, Casey, was obviously the Yankees and their managers and all, they sat on that, right? They sat on that. They saw Brett,
Yeah, for sure.
who's a great player, who was I use the word great here, a great player. And obviously they play him a bunch because he was in their league. Somebody got alerted and said, hey, look at all that pine tar he always has on his bat. That's illegal technically. Well, it would have been easy to just go narc out a single, right? He gets a single, and you go, and he gets, well, they sat on it, obviously, Casey, and waited until he hit a home run.
They made the right decision. It's not fun if it's a single.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, definitely. This state sports history, 1993, this poor guy, Anthony Young, was a pitcher, just a guy, just a major league pitcher. Was I don't think he lasted a long time. But this stat really wasn't his fault. He played on a couple of bad Mets teams. A guy named Anthony Young, pitching for the Mets on this date, 1993, lost his 27th consecutive game. I remember when this streak was going on. Number one, they kept running him out there. How bad was their team? Right?
True. Didn't have any better option. Yeah, that's a good point.
But I think the Mets were terrible, if I remember right. But I remember that, and obviously it overlapped 2 seasons. But my God, I remember it made the news, and I don't know if he finally got a win or just a no decision. He even took a no decision.
Hopefully it was a win.
Yeah, hopefully it was, and hopefully he retired immediately. Right? I'm on a 1-game winning streak. So this state also Major League Baseball 1993, and this brings it kind of local player Vince Coleman. You ever heard of Vince Coleman?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure. Local guy, went to Reigns, Florida A&M, multiple sport player. He goes baseball, makes it to the big leagues. He's like 6th all-time stolen bases. I mean, he got 752 stolen bases. Really solid player, Vince Coleman, mainly for the Cardinals. He this date, 1993, he finds himself in court. It appears playing a game. He was with I think it was with the Mets at the time. So at the end of his career, they were playing the Dodgers, and Coleman was leaving the ballpark, and I guess in a rental car. Eric Davis was driving. Bobby Bonilla, I think, was in the car as well. And so, it's a road game for Coleman and his teammates. They're on the road at LA. I don't know what the impetus was. Supposedly, not supposedly, because he admitted to it, he got a lesser charge. He driving away by some of the crowd, Coleman decides to throw a cherry bomb into the crowd, the outside crowd. I don't know why. There was a cherry bomb, and 3 people sue him, and he goes to court. One of his attorneys was Robert Shapiro. He obviously got an attorney in California because that's where it happened. Robert Shapiro was part of the O.J. Simpson dream team of attorneys, but not really sure why you would throw a cherry bomb just for the hell of it, driving out into, just And I mean, to me, does that mean it was premeditated? Did you just walk around with a cherry? Hey, I got a cherry bomb. Hey, anybody got a lighter? I mean,
true.
I don't know.
Good point.
I don't know. And this also is a good way that I can always. It's never a bad time to bring up my favorite baseball player of all time, Ricky Henderson. Vince Coleman played a long time. Great base stealer, really fast, really good instincts. He's 6th, as I said, all time, 752. He had a hell of a career playing, but really stealing bases. Who's number 1? My man Ricky. How about Ricky? 1,406 stolen bases. Number 2 on the all-time list, Lou Brock, great base stealer, 938.
There you go.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That gap. I mean, 500 bases basically.
It'll never get caught on, I don't think.
I mean, that's in the ballpark of Secretariat by 31 lengths, for God's sakes. I mean,
yeah, somewhat.
1406 is first, 938. That was a big deal too. Now I was a big Ricky Henderson guy, but when he was chasing that was a big deal. That was a big deal. He's finally, and he was still 2nd and 3rd. He thought, and most base stealers think stealing 3rd is probably easier than stealing 2nd. You can catch element of surprise,
sure,
and things like that. All right, that's all I got, Casey. Hopefully you learned a little bit. Hopefully we all learned a little bit. Ted Williams, I don't know the story on that, but man, his own fans, gosh.
Not a good look for old Ted.
Hey, Boston fan, do better, right? Do better, Boston fan.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too.
Yeah, do better. How bad must it be when Boston and Philadelphia play each other? Those fan bases. Ugh. All right, we come back. We'll get back into some modern baseball, some stuff going on as we're slowly wrapping things up. Casey Kurtz producing. I'm Terry Norvelle. I want to thank Patrick Young. He was on the first hour. He'll be back tomorrow hosting the show. I'll be out for for Friday for some medical stuff, but I'll be back on Monday. All right, let's come back. We're starting to land the plane. It is a Thursday edition. Thanks to our good folks here at our Thursday location. We're always on the patio at Sliders Oyster Bar. Glad to be here in Neptune Beach.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jax, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jax is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jax 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jax 24/7.
All right, there's a look overhead downtown Jacksonville overlooking the St. Johns River, getting cloudy as normal this time of year. Boy, we are, what are we, closing in on a week left basically a week left for the month of July, and we'll turn it over to August. And every camp in the NFL is open. We talked about the Jaguars today, day 2. First and foremost, nothing negative. That's all you really want to get through is get through these practices without anything negative, without injuries. Of course, Travis Hunter, all offense again today on the field in 7-on-7, 11-on-11. I think he had 11 snaps on offense. He was seen when he was done with his offense talking with defensive coaches and things like that. But he has yet to do the double dip. That'll happen in a couple of days where he'll start practicing and literally going between offense and defense and actually participating on the defensive side as well. Nothing really huge to report. Hunter supposedly looked good, a couple of nice catches. BTJ, of course. But again, nothing negative. That's the key when you're talking about preseason and camp and things like that. One of the main reasons I think there seems to be such a flurry of injuries every NFL training camp is you got to keep in mind that this is the only time of year, and it probably lasts about 2 weeks, and you start having the cut downs. But this time of year, across the league, you have generally 2 hours of pretty good practice where everybody is doing something. But when I say everybody, you got 90 people running around that are going through drills. And think about when you get to a game. Certainly, there's injuries in games, but you've got game day, 45 active. You have a 53-man roster. I think they activate 45, 46. You got 45 active on game day playing 65 plays, basically. On training camp days, you've got 32 different camps right now that have 90-ish players going through 2 hours of drills. I think that's where now that doesn't make it better, but that's why you have more. It feels like you got so many injuries. You got so many guys going through reps. Now it starts getting trimmed down when the cuts, but man, we got 2 weeks where 90 guys running around for 2 hours. Something probably is going to happen. There's going to be an awkward fall, an awkward roll, an awkward slip, a strain here, a strain there. There's a lot of guys running around and really doing stuff over 2 hours compared to game day, where you've got, like I said, 45-ish guys running around taking 65 snaps. Anyway, so nothing bad out of camp as it'll continue for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll get into games, and then we'll be in the football season. Early August, the college guys will start reporting. I want to say around August 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, in that area normally every year. Those camps open. Obviously, just about every college guy is back on campus. A lot of them are taking, summer B, so they're back on campus. So we'll start having some reports out of the college world as well. All right, let's get to some Major League Baseball. We talked about a lot of baseball sports history. Let's get to some modern stuff, what's going on. And I want to take a look at the standings and the wild card standings as well. Light schedule today, very, very light schedule today. There are only like 4 or 5 games scheduled. One final. We only had one early game today. Baltimore has defeated Cleveland 4-3. That is a final. And then we've got a 6:40 game, Toronto, Detroit. I'll get back to that in a moment. 7:45, San Diego, St. Louis. 8:10 first pitch out in Houston. They are welcoming the Athletics. And then your late game, 9:38 first pitch. Seattle is at the Angels. So only 5 games today. It's a light schedule. Things will kick in tomorrow. The best game, though, is certainly Toronto Red Hot, playing great baseball. Toronto at Detroit, who the opposite of Red Hot. Boy, Detroit has hit their first little swoon, their first little skid mark, but that's a series. By the way, that is a 4-game series. So just note that down. Toronto, as good as they're playing, they're at Detroit. And we'll get to the standings in a moment, but that's your big series today. 5, including 4 that are yet to first pitch, but that's the one to keep an eye on. Tomorrow, Friday, we've got a couple series to keep an eye on. Certainly, Toronto-Detroit will be in Game 2. Tomorrow, speaking of Toronto, you can't mention Toronto right now without the Yankees. Philadelphia, the Phillies at the Yankees for a 3-game set. So, boy, The Yankees scuffling a little bit. They go from Toronto to Philadelphia in terms of their opponent. The Yankees, depending on what Toronto does with Detroit, Yankees are trying to stay within shouting distance. I mean, boy, Toronto has made a heck of a run. The other series I think of note that'll kick off tomorrow, the Mets are at San Francisco. Two pretty good teams. They're obviously the Mets leading their division. San Francisco has been looking up at the Dodgers, as most of that NL West has all year. But San Fran really right in the thick of things with the wild card, and we'll get to that momentarily. Mentioned Boston a little bit earlier in fun. Boy, the Red Sox, they got a much needed win, 9-8 over Philadelphia in 10 innings. Really needed that win as Boston has really gone the wrong way after a 10-game winning streak. Wasn't it just yesterday? It feels like it was just yesterday that Boston was in a 10-game winning streak, and now they have scuffled. They have really scuffled. They needed that win. They would have gotten swept by the Phillies without that win yesterday. Big win, I thought, just to kind of keep the wheels on for the Boston Red Sox. Toronto, mentioned them, and the Yankees. They played recently. They only have one series left. Toronto is 7-3 so far this year, so they've won 7 out of 10. They've kind of dominated the Yankees so far. They have one more series, and I think it's in September, so they won't face off each other. The Yankees are going to look for some help, and they also got to win some games. But Toronto has kind of had the Yankees number this season, 7-3 so far with 3 games left, one more series in the regular season. The other team that has been red hot, the Milwaukee Brewers. They were fresh off a long winning streak. How about this? The Brewers, we reported this yesterday. The Brewers had their 11-game winning streak snapped. We talked about it yesterday, but it took a 1-0 game. They only lost a 1-0 game with a solo home run by Cal Raleigh. So that snapped the 11-game winning streak. Could have easily gone to 12. And then the Rockies the Brewers, I guess the 1-0 was 2 days ago. The Brewers last night, 10-2 winners. So, man, they are close to sitting on a 13-game winning streak, playing really, really good ball are the Milwaukee Brewers. So there's a look at baseball right now. It also, we've talked about, and Casey, this really doesn't matter, but I think it's ironic. We've had 2 or 3 really good teams have really big winning streaks. Milwaukee's just wrapped one up, and there have been several other. Boston, maybe not a really, really good team, but Boston had a 10-game winning streak. Most of your good teams are the ones that have the long winning streaks. You know who's got the longest winning streak in baseball? And I haven't checked this out. I just think I've got it off memory. Do you remember who's
Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah. How about that? Way back in the first half. And that was fairly early, wasn't it? They rattled off 13 in a row.
Yeah, that was real early.
And they're still 150 games behind.
And they were still then, yeah.
Yeah. I think we just chalked this up to, in 162 games, you're going to have some peaks and valleys. I don't care who the hell you are. Kind of funny to see Detroit scuffling around. They're like 2-9 their last 11. Scuffling around. First time, right? They haven't had a swoon yet, have they?
They have not, and the question is, will they get it back? Because they're not they haven't really been in this position in a very long time. So be interesting to see. Yeah. Now we're going to get into the standings and wild card and all here in a moment, but they've got a buffer zone. But the division doesn't matter, but we're talking about playoffs.
You still would be playing good.
Games.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've got a 55-game sprint now, and it'll go quick, as you know. I mean, 50 games in MLB, playing 5 a week, it goes quick. But yeah, they're going to get in it. But you know the deal. Postseason, you want to be playing best in the postseason. I don't care what sport. Even if you just barely crawl in, you can't win it unless you're in it. You don't. The last thing the Tigers want to do is limp into the playoffs, not feeling great. I mean, they've been one of the feel good stories, right, up until this.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Little scuffle. So that's odd. It's a little bit odd that they. But then again, 162 games. You're going to have it. All right, let's take a look at some of the standings here with Major League Baseball, and then we may take one more break in a little bit. And I'll come back and kind of go over that Jaguar report we had earlier that I dug up, kind of things that might have happened. Most of it was good. And then we may revisit the Jaguars Panthers. Casey, I may want to get your thoughts on some of those stats I threw out with the Panthers. The American League East has seen a total switcheroo. The Blue Jays now, not only have they got hot, caught the Yankees, they've got a 4-game lead right now. They've got a 4-game lead over the Yankees, and man, it happened quick. The American League Central, we talked about Detroit not playing good. They're 1-9 their last 10 on a 3-game losing streak. Are the Tigers? They still lead by 8.5 over Cleveland. So no threat there really, but they do want to right the ship. You just want to play some better baseball. You look at the American League West, and the most banged up team, the Astros, somehow keep going. They just keep winning. Felt like Seattle was making a decent little run at the Astros. You look, though, right now, 6-game lead. Astros have a 6-game lead over a pretty good Seattle team. Astros have gone 5-5 their last 10, but the Astros have won 4 in a row. So that tells you they had hit a little bit of a roadblock. And Casey, didn't they start a little slow? I think the Astros.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they started a little slow and just boom, took off. Man, they've had, what was that stat we had this week? They've had the most injured list players to put on the injured list, like 16 going into this week. It's a big number. Looking at the National League real quick, just catch up on the stats. We knew it was going to be fun. It's been pretty fun all year. The National League East, Mets back on top by just a half game. The Mets lead the Phillies by a half a game. Mets are on a 4-game winning streak right now. Phillies lost their most recent one. It's 2-team race there, and pretty much 2-team race. Nobody's going to get a playoff spot out of that wild card spot. We'll get to that in a moment. The Central, it's what is it now? 2 days old that you look at the Central and you see Milwaukee on top. Looks funny to me, Casey. The Cubs jumped out from almost the first pitch of the season, right?
Yeah. The Cubs have been leading the way in that division most of the time.
It just looks funny right now, but Milwaukee, all they're doing is winning. Milwaukee leads the Cubs right now by 1 game in their division. They're about the only 2 teams doing anything. Milwaukee 9-1 their last 10, and again, their one was a 1-0 loss. Tells you how good they're playing. Cubs, at least Cubs, the wheels haven't fallen off. They've gone 6-4 in the last 10, so they lost games. But it could have been worse. They could have thrown up one of those 2-8s when the Brewers are going 9-1. That should be fun. That's going to be a fun sprint to the end. And then the what most people do most people still think the NL West, Casey, is the best division in baseball? Dodgers, Padres, Giants.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Dodgers lead. They've got a 4.5-game lead on the Padres right now, 6 on the Giants. Dodgers at times have looked like they were going to shake these guys, but they can't. The Dodgers, I mean, it's hard to say a team that's 60-43, but the Dodgers are, the Dodgers, they've hit a couple of funks this year. And you see where they're messing around trying to get Mookie Betts, started up again, and they're messing around with the lineup. Obviously, the pitching has been they've had. I thought they had a weird first half. Did you, Casey? The Dodgers.
I mean, yes, but nothing really to worry about. They got Glass now back. They're going to get Snell back. Yeah. So, it wasn't perfect, but I think Dave Roberts probably isn't that concerned.
Yeah. Just been a little more. I don't know. Sometime when they had so many accolades, did the Dodgers going into the season with what they did with they're defending World Series champions. And then they added. Didn't they just go out and get, is this Yamamoto's first year?
No, second.
No, second year, but they just added all they do. The expectations were probably way too high, but they've had a couple little weird situations. All right, that's the standings. Let's take a quick look before we take a break, come back and kind of reset and start landing the plane. In terms of wild card, I mentioned it was about 55 games left, I think it is. Obviously, every team doesn't have the same amount, but let's 1 second here. Let's click the wild card and see who's where. Still no blockbuster trades yet, Casey. I haven't seen anything yet today, but I hope we have a couple. It's always fun when we do have a couple. Your wild card standings as we speak. Right now, American League will start. Yankees obviously they may not win their division, but right now, if the wheels don't fall off, the Yankees are going to get into the playoffs as a wild card team. They've got a 2-game lead over both Seattle and Boston. So Boston, not playing great baseball, but the wheels are still on. They haven't lost it. Rangers are hovering. They're a game and a half back of that third spot. The Rays, doesn't it feel like the Rays haven't won a game in like 2 weeks, but still they've dropped out of the division race to a degree. They're only a game and a half out, Casey, of the wild card.
Yeah, they haven't played well, but, they're still alive. They won't make any trades, I'll tell you that.
You've got the Guardians 3 back of that final wild card. Kansas City, the Royals 4.5. Then, Minnesota 5, Angels 5. And then, I think that I don't think it goes anywhere near that deep. But just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance. That's the American League. Let's take a look real quick at the National League. Right now, the playoffs started. Cubs certainly would be in it. They just got knocked out of their first place perch. But Cubs, Phillies, and then San Diego right now. San Diego has a 1.5 game lead on their division mate, the Giants. The Reds are 2.5. Why do I not even Casey, should I give the Reds more credit? They're 2.5 out of that third wild card at 53 and 50, but I don't take anybody below San Francisco serious. Why? Reds?
I mean, they could. I mean, they're a good team. They probably need a little help. They'd have to be a little bit committed to the bit, but they have talent. There is no doubt.
Bring a couple guys over in trade.
Yeah, or call up some of their guys that are probably ready. So. Yeah,
and not to rub salt in the wound, but 44 and 57. 44 up, 57 down. The Braves, 10.5 out of the wild card, just playing out the string. Hoping you play the Yankees, which they did at home. Hoping you bring maybe Skeens comes back again, right? You hate to think like that, but the Braves got away from them. Will the Braves be? And I don't know how. Can you just spend money? Can you off-season trade? Will the Braves revamp totally? You think, or are they that type of organization? Do you think with who runs it right now, or no Braves? Hard to say.
I think they're in a delicate spot because they have guys that should be playing better, so I don't think you necessarily want to give up on those guys. Their farm is terrible. They don't have anybody to bring up. So it's tough. You got to hope your pitchers come back healthy, but if not, I don't know that spending a ton of money is the right move because you spend a ton of money and it hasn't worked. So,
if you almost are you held hostage by your fan base, you're like, you got to do something. We don't want to go through this again. Do something. It may fail. And you're right. If you start getting rid of some of those guys that you think are just not playing to their potential, you get rid of those guys and somebody goes hits 48 home runs here and right, and then becomes Max Fried there. Not that Fried was bad at Atlanta. You be careful. You give up a guy and he goes and hits 48 somewhere.
Without a doubt.
Maybe even against you in your division or league. All right, let's take one more break. We'll come back, reset kind of where we've been, where the rest of the show is going this week, and kind of put the landing gear down. It's been a fun one here, as it always is, on Thursday live at Sliders Oyster Bar.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Most of us know how to throw. but you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Will Olive, Mandarin High School. Go Stangs.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oakleaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002. Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Shacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
The rhythm of my heart is beating like a drum, with we are more rolling off our tongues. Never will we roam, for we know our place is out. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing. Where the ocean meets the skies, we be sailing.
All right, back we are. We're starting to wrap things up here on a fun Thursday. We do it every time, every Thursday here at Sliders Oyster Bar. We've gone over the menu a million times. But, man, if you are in the market for seafood, you've got the taste for seafood, you're in the Neptune Beach area, you cannot go wrong. Also, we talk about all the great seafood, all the different dishes, the different directions, shrimp and fish and ceviche and on and on and on and on, oysters, clams, on and on and on. They do have multiple items that are not seafood on the menu, and I think that's important. You know, when you come up with a group of 4, 5, 6 people, might be one of those situations where, I had seafood yesterday or last night. Well, they've got wonderful sliders, hamburgers, and quesadillas, chicken quesadillas, tacos. You can get chicken tacos. So, yes, they do have non-seafood items on the menu to take care of that party and that person in your party that may have just had seafood yesterday. And there's a little bit seafood out, and the kids menu as well. Full-service liquor bar inside, and, of course, the famous Sliders Oyster Bar, which Johnny Pop is running right now. The lovely Julie also serving up all the craft beers. You can sit inside, outside. We always do it on the patio. They have music. They'll have music for the next 6 months or so. Outside here, they put tents up on Saturday and Sunday, live music. It's a lot of fun. I come here a lot of times. They're a sponsor, but it's one of my hangouts. I love it. It's a fun place. People watching. Come just get a drink, relax, come off the beach, go to the beach, make your stop here. And then, of course, great food, great entertainment, fun place. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you need to get here next time you're making a trip down to the beach. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach. All right, let's go over the I want to go over the Jaguar news and notes. I kind of snooped around the internet and found some stuff. Day 2 of training camp. Nothing bad. That's first and foremost. You always ask if somebody says, hey, I was at camp today, and you haven't heard a report, you go, hey, your first question, anything bad? Hopefully everybody was all standing up. Nothing bad today. It appeared Travis Hunter played exclusively today on offense, had about 14 snaps during 7-on-7 and or 11-on-11, caught all 3 of his targets, and also spent time during warm-ups kind of working. And made it sound like talking to kind of just maybe looking at some notebooks, clipboard things on defense, on the defensive side. Hasn't really run around as a defender yet, but we expect that to happen in a couple of days. According to the Jaguar coaching staff, they said a couple of days into camp, Travis Hunter will start on the same day, which he needs to, running around with the offense, running around with the defense. Right now it's been all offense. Today, supposedly, Parker Washington had a good day in the receiving corps. He hauled in 5 catches on 6 targets, supposedly had a really nice acrobatic catch. A couple of other notes, Brian Thomas Jr. and Tank Bigsby also supposedly looked pretty good in team drills. Bigsby, a nice run to the outside. According to some of the reports that I've uncovered, Brian Thomas Jr. Caught everything that was thrown his way. It looked like Devin Lloyd had a big hit. Probably wasn't supposed to make that much contact, but supposedly Devin Lloyd had a big hit on a receiver today. Looked like your starting safeties are what most people thought. Eric Murray, who came over along with Darnell Savage, Wingert, and Ransall, the draftee. They'll kind of back up those first 2 as we get going. Trying to see anything else. Little negative reports on backup quarterback Nick Mullins. Supposedly, Mullins had an up-and-down practice today. He connected on several touchdown-level throws, but also threw 2 interceptions. It's going to happen. But supposedly Mullins up and down. Another backup quarterback, Seth Hennigan, by way of Memphis, I do believe. He was an undrafted quarterback, also threw an interception that was picked off during the time that the observations were going on. Cam Little had a Cam Little day. Smoked everything, basically, including he put one down from 60 yards and smoked that through one of the better players on the team. Trayvon Walker coming off strong recent season, and defense coordinator Anthony Campanelli both praise each other's energy. So Walker looks like he's ready to pick up where he had, what do you have, 10 and a half, I think? I think he went for 10 and a half sacks, most in his career. Walker, by the way, aiming to become the first Jaguar with 3 straight double-digit sack seasons. Wow, how about that? First Jaguar trying to become first double-digit sack guy over 3 years in a row. Trayvon Walker. Trying to see if there's anything else we want to get to before we get out of here. Hunter, again, looked great on offense. As good as you can, I guess, against air. Anything else we wanted to get to? But that's pretty much the wrap-up with regard to training camp day 2. Again, no injuries. Really, the only injury of note today that's come across the wire in the NFL. Earlier today, it was reported that Jets quarterback, or vying for quarterback, Justin Fields, was carted off the field today. And I'm telling you, some of the early reports were already starting to say it looked like a knee. I guess not official. Comes back later this afternoon to be, and the Jets, I believe, released this, dislocated toe. That sounds very, very painful, but you'll take a dislocated toe, I think, a million times over than anything in the knee area, even though, man, dislocated toe does sound terrible. Okay, anything else we missed? Let's start wrapping things up. News of the day, entertainment news. You've probably heard, if you have not, from the sports entertainment world, Hulk Hogan was announced passed away today at the age of 71. Hulk Hogan, wrestler, entertainer, one of the guys, I guess, that really helped take wrestling to a financial stratosphere they had never seen. One of the big stars of wrestling, Hulk Hogan, it was announced today, passed away at the age of 71. That's kind of the big non-sports, depending on what you want to call Hulk Hogan. Just about everything else. Major League Baseball light schedule today. One final. Baltimore has defeated Cleveland in an early afternoon game. The rest of the 4 games, got 4 games left. They all start at 6:40 or later. Really the marquee game today, and really the marquee series that's going to wrap up this weekend will be Toronto, first place Toronto, at Detroit. So two really good teams going at it. So a light schedule today, a full schedule tomorrow, and a couple of the games to look at, the series to look at starting tomorrow. Boy, keep an eye. The two series you're going to keep an eye on that are related, Toronto-Detroit. Toronto leads the Yankees by 4 games after just roughing up the Yankees. And kind of marry that with Philadelphia at the Yankees. So, boy, you got to believe the Yankees really need to grab a couple. The Toronto, let me make sure I got this right. The Toronto-Detroit series is a 4-game series. Yankees hosting the Phillies, that's a 3-game series. But we can have some movement there. Boy, if one of the Yankees are the ones, they're already 4 back. They don't need to go lose a series and have Toronto, go 3-1. So we'll track a couple of those series as the weekend goes. All right, that'll wrap it up. A reminder, I will be out tomorrow. Patrick Young will be hosting. He'll have a bunch of guests, probably Brent Beard as well. Casey Kurtz will jump in as well. And Patrick will probably bring a guest or two. He will host. I've got a medical procedure, nothing serious, and I should be back on Monday. That'll do it. I want to thank Patrick Young making his way down to Gainesville to a speaking engagement. He still gave us an hour of his time. And, of course, Casey Kurtz. I'm Terry Norvelle. Thanks to the folks at Sliders. You can hear the show tomorrow, 4 o'clock, right here on Action Sports Jacks.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best